Hello students, welcome back. Now before going through the chapter that contains inserting images and table, creating link and frame in a web page, we need to understand the basic concept on HTML. Okay, we need to understand how to create a HTML document. So today we will go through the introduction to HTML. Okay, and in the next class we will learn how to insert images and link in a web page or in a HTML document. So let us begin. So in today's content we are going to learn the different types of HTML tag. We will also go through the structure of an HTML document. Okay, what are the HTML tools that are used to create the HTML document, how to create, save and view an HTML document. Okay, so let us begin. Now the full form of HTML is Hypertext Markup Language, where hyper stands for reference or link, means movement from one web page to another web page in a same website, or from one web page to another web page in a different website. Okay, we can call it as a reference or a link. Now text. Text are the data or informations that are used to create the web page. Markup. So markup are the tags that are used to highlight the text. Highlight the text means that are used to format the text in a web page. Okay, and finally the language. So language is the mode of communication, and while creating a web page, the mode of language that we use is a HTML, that is Hypertext Markup Language. Okay, now let us go through some of the HTML tags that can be used while creating the HTML document. Now if you see on the right hand side, you can see some of the tags there. Okay, so we can call these tags as a code or a command that is used to define the structure and the appearance of the web page. Now how the web page look like in a website, okay, all these are totally dependent on the HTML code, okay, or the HTML tag we use. That is why HTML tags are also known as a building block of HTML document, means that are basically used to build the HTML document. Okay, now all the HTML tags are enclosed within the angular bracket. So if you see in this figure, you can see that the tags that are used to create the HTML document are inside the angular bracket. Okay, so it should start with the opening angular bracket followed by the HTML tag. Okay, then closing angular bracket. Now the next thing is that the HTML tags are not case sensitive. Case sensitive means you can either type the HTML tag in a capital letter, okay, or what you can also do is you can type the HTML tag in a small letter as well. So always remember that the HTML tags are included within the angular bracket, and HTML tags are not case sensitive. You can either write it in the capital letter or in the small letter. Now let us go through some of the tags in HTML. Okay, now first is container tag. Now what is a container tag? You can see in the example here, suppose if you want to make any of the text bold, okay, we have to use a B tag here, and if you want to make any of the text underline, you have to use a U tag. Okay, so the tag followed by the text, and we need to close that tag as well. So there is not much difference between the opening and a closing tag. Both looks like same, but when we close the tag, we have to give the forward slash. Okay, that's very important. So we can say that the HTML elements that include both on tag means opening tag, and that also contain the off tag, that is closing tag. So we call this type of tags as a container. Okay, the next type of tag is an empty tag. Now if you go through this example, you can see some of the tags here: BR, HR, IMG. So we will discuss about these tags later on. Okay, basically BR tag is used to break the line, HR tag is used to give a horizontal line, and IMG is used to insert the images or a picture in a web page. Okay, so these type of tags we call it as an empty tag. Why empty tag? Because it has only the opening tag. Okay, we just open this tag and we don't need to close this tag. Means this tag does not has a closing element. Okay, so that is why we call this as a empty tag. Okay, so always remember that there are two types of tag. One is the container tag, and it contains both on and off tag. Next is the empty tag. It just contains the on tag and it does not contain the off tag. Okay, now let us see the structure of an HTML document, how the HTML documents look like. Now, the HTML document consists of two parts: the header section and the body section. Okay, so the HTML documents always starts with the HTML doc, and it should always end with the HTML tag. Okay, so after the HTML, then comes the header section with the head tag, and inside the head tag it consists the title tag. Okay, so this title tag, whatever you write in between the opening and the closing title tag, whatever the content you write, it will get displayed in the title bar of a browser. Okay, or what we call the title bar of the web page. So basically our header section ends here. It simply contains a general instruction that we input inside the title. Okay, now comes the main part of an HTML document, that is body. Now whenever you access the internet, whatever you see in the website, whether it is a text, whether it is a picture, video clips, audio clips, so all those should be included inside the opening and a closing body tag. Means whatever the content that get displayed in the web page, it should be written. Okay, it should be written inside the opening and a body closing body tag. So if you write any of the content after the closing body tag or before the body tag, it will not get displayed on the web page. Okay, so this is the basic structure of an HTML document. Now let us see what are the tools that are needed to create a HTML document. So we need two things. One is the text editor, okay, and another is a web browser. Okay, now to create and save the document, now you see that we need to create a HTML document. So in order to create the HTML document, we need a text editor, and I hope all of you are very much aware of this text editor. It is a notepad. Okay, so you can use the notepad, notepad plus, or you may also use the Wattpad, okay, to create a HTML document. So these are the text editor, and the next one is the web browser. So after creating a HTML document, you need to view it. Okay, you have to save it. After saving, how your page look like, you need to view it. So in order to view your HTML page, you need a browser. Okay, so browser helps to display the web page. So there are different types of browsers. You can see it on the screen, like Google Chrome, Safari, Opera, Mozilla Firefox, Internet Explorer, Microsoft Edge. So these are the web browser that helps you to access the web page from a website. Okay, now how to create an HTML document. So first thing is you have to open the text editor. Okay, second is you need to type the HTML code. After typing the HTML code, you have to save it with the proper file name. And one very important thing is, don't forget to give the extension .html after the file name. Okay, so if you don't give .html, it will be a simple notepad document. So if you want to create it as a HTML document or a web page, then after the file name you need to mention .html. Okay, then you have to click on the save button. So I will show you how to create a simple web page now. Okay, so here in the search box you can simply type NOTE notepad. So once you type the notepad, you can see that your text editor has appeared. So click on this text editor. Okay, now I will type HTML code. So we know that HTML code, it start with opening and a closing angular bracket followed by HTML. Okay, the next is the header section. Okay, HEAD, head. Then comes the title, TITLE, title. So whatever you write in the title section, it will get displayed in a browser window. Suppose say my first web page. Okay, now all these are a container tag, so you need to close it. Okay, with the forward slash followed by a tag. So my header section gets completed here, and I will close my header section with a slash followed by a head. Okay, then comes the main part of our HTML document. We call it as a body. Okay, so whatever you want to display in the web page, in the website, all those contents should be between the opening and a closing body tag. Okay, all your content should be between opening and a closing body tag. And finally we will close the HTML document. So you can see that this is a basic format to create the HTML document. So right now I will just type one simple text. Suppose say this is my, suppose say, first class on HTML. Okay, so I have typed only this particular text. Now go to the file at the top, click on the file option, go to save as. Okay, and one very important thing here is whenever you are saving your file, you need to know exactly in which drive or in the folders you are saving your document. Okay, so I just want to save my document in the desktop only. So give one file name. Suppose let me write down my page. Okay, so my page is the name of a file, and as I have already said, it should be followed with the extension .html. Okay, so what does this signifies? .html signifies that this is not a simple page, but this is a web page. Okay, then you can go down and make it as a all files and click on save button. Now what happened here is now my HTML document has been created. Okay, and I have saved it in the desktop. So in this desktop I need to see. Now you can see here, this is my file name, my page. Okay, so this is the browser, and the browser or a web browser that I am using in my laptop is a Microsoft Edge. Okay, you can use any of the browser like say Google Chrome, Internet Explorer. Okay, but currently I am using Microsoft Edge. So you can see the icon in this way. So this signifies that it is not a simple file, it is a HTML file. Okay, now simply double click on this icon to open your website. Now see, this is your website. Okay, so you can see that this is your website, and if you look at the title bar at the top, whatever that you have written in the title, that is my first web page. Okay, so it will get displayed in the title bar of a browser window here, my first web page. And whatever the content that you write inside the body, inside the opening and a closing body tag, all those content will get displayed in a web page. Okay, so right now I have just written this is my first class on HTML, so it has got displayed in my web page. Okay, so this is how we create a HTML document. After saving using a particular browser, we just open it. Okay, so students, this is a introduction on HTML and I hope you have understood it. Okay, so in the next class we will just go through the more content on HTML. So this is all in today's class. Thank you everyone. Kindly go through the video again and again. Thank you once again.